Well, hello, my good YouTube viewers. How's it going? This is the Sunday video update. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. Hope you all had a wonderful week. Typically, my dad would be joining me right about now, but he is resting comfortably and peacefully on the couch because he had a late night and an early morning, by what I understand. He didn't get to bed until what, Amy, about 8 o'clock? Yeah, so he was up and down for majority of the late night and early morning. So if he doesn't wake up during the live stream, that's fine. I'll let him sleep. But I had a wonderful week. I hope you all had a wonderful week as well. I actually wasn't planning on going live this week because initially we had planned on going up to my cousin's house so my dad could get his truck fixed if he would have been awake. Um, but then he looked outside and I looked outside. We got some snow and we decided that today we're not going to go up north. So I decided to just go ahead and do the Sunday video update anyway, although I had actually initially planned on canceling this week's show. Um, but here we are, and I hope you're all doing well. I would ask Dad how his week is doing, but obviously he's asleep. But he did have a good week as far as I can tell. I mean, we went to the Shrine Circus this past Friday, and it was awesome. I ended up taking my buddy Reese with us because I couldn't find a fourth person. I had 4 tickets to the Shrine Circus in Saginaw, and I was struggling and scrambling with trying to find a fourth person, and then I decided to call my friend Reese, which you've seen in some of my videos here on this channel. And I said, "Would you like to go to the Shrine Circus?" And he says, "Hell yeah, I would." So I took him with us, and it was a great time. And by the way, today is the final day of the Shrine Circus at the Dow Vent Center in Saginaw. They will be at it again at 5 o'clock. They have one more show in Saginaw at the Dow at 5 o'clock tonight. Tickets are still available. Make sure you get them. Go and check them out if you're local. And then after tonight, they're moving on to another state, another location to entertain and mesmerize audiences abroad. So the Shrine Circus was great. And it was a duplicate of the Flint show when I took my buddy Teddy to go see the Shrine Circus last week. So yeah, all the acts were exactly the same except for one exception, I guess, because when they had the clown with the they had he had a white teddy bear, and then someone came running out. Excuse me, someone came running out with one of those gigantic inflatable polar bear costumes. They call them Snowball. Well, the exception was that they actually had a panda bear at the Saginaw show, and they didn't have a panda bear at the Flint show. So that was probably the only minor exception um, that I noticed. But the rest of it was pretty much the same, and it was spectacular. I look forward to going back next year. I talked with some of the circus clowns in Saginaw. Well, yeah, a few of them. I talked with a clown named AU out in the hallway because he's not a part of the shows anymore. He is getting around with a walker, but he's still a circus clown. He's still in his getup, and he was happy to see me. I guess he was at the Flint show, and I never found him. And I walked around and saying hi to everybody and talking to some of the clowns in Flint too. But I didn't notice him at the Flint show. He says he was there. He most likely was, and I just didn't see him. But at the Saginaw show, I made sure I stopped to talk with him, and I shook his hand, and he's still handing out cards. As a matter of fact, Caps the clown was handing out these cards, just like the other clowns. They were handing out these just cards. They were handing them out to people, mainly the kids. But I said, "Well, I'll take one." So yeah. So yeah, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun. Both shows were awesome. I love the Shrine Circus. They didn't have as many animals this year, did they, Amy? They had, like during intermission, they had the elephant rides, they had the miniature pony rides, they had camel rides. Um, and then
Usually they have all three rings going at once.
yeah,
This time here they really
Well, with the animals, they've really cut back. Like they had wild buffalo. That was way different. And that was also in Flint too. They had wild buffalo, and of course they had some camels coming out, and they had circus cats. But they're actually really minimizing on the animals, which I'm perfectly okay with because I know there's a lot of people who give me a lot of shit about, oh, you support animal cruelty. No, I fucking don't actually. I like the circus because of the clowns, the daredevil stuff, you know. Um, it's really got nothing to do with the animals. I mean, if they completely did away with animals, I would still go to the circus. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy myself. So I got to go twice this year, and that's never happened, I think, ever in my life. I've only been to the circus once a year, but 2023 was the exception. I went twice this year. So yeah, we all had a great time. We got something to eat at the Rally's Hamburgers on Genesee Avenue in Saginaw, which is just right around the corner, a hop, skip, and a jump from the Dow. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to going next year. But however, I'm also going to be looking for coupons so I can get discounted prices and deals on tickets because I'm not paying 25 and 30 bucks a ticket for the circus. Um, it was never that expensive when Dad used to take me as a kid when they came to Saginaw. Um, why the hell is it so expensive now? Uh, well, just like everything else that goes up, you know, the price increases over time and the dollars change, and you do what you got to do to keep up with the times. But I'm definitely going to be looking into getting some coupons so I can get some discounted tickets. By the way, the chat log is open. If you're watching from wherever, come on in, say hello. uh, you know, as I had written in the chat, you will maintain yourself and govern yourself and show a little bit of respect and decorum. Otherwise, I'll boot your ass into oblivion and you'll never be allowed back again. But come on in and say hi. Start a conversation. Love to talk with you about some things because now it's just the two of us this week because Dad's asleep. So I might need an extra boost in having a conversation because, me, I run out of things to talk about and nobody wants to listen to the same thing over and over and over again that I've covered 1,000 times. Now I'm just beating a dead horse at this point, but I don't mind bringing it up casually in discussion, which it happens quite often. I was in Lansing yesterday. I decided to go for a little joyride down to the capital city. It's all still there for the most part. Interstate 496 has been reopened finally, but they're still doing some work on the overpasses crossing the freeway. And for those of you who are not familiar with Lansing, Michigan, 496 is the expressway, the freeway that takes you right through downtown Lansing. Right in the downtown area, you end up over by, there's the exit for Potter Park Zoo. You can still get to Sparrow and you can get to Capitol Building from 496. You can get to pretty much anywhere in the city from 496 because it hits all the main streets. So yeah, they finally got it open. They resurfaced it, put down some fresh paint. It looks really nice. It's really nice and it's a smooth ride. Give it another 20 years and they'll be pulling it out of the ground again. So how was your week, Amy? Good. Glad to hear it. You enjoyed. Oh yeah. If you are friends with Amy on Facebook, you might have noticed that Amy had a picture taken with a snake at the circus. I almost said you had a picture taken with a circus at the snake. Uh-uh. Did you post it to Facebook? So if you're friends with Amy, you may have saw that picture where she had a picture taken with a snake at the circus. And when I had taken Teddy last week, I tried to get him, I was like, you can get a picture taken with a snake, you can ride an elephant, a camel, a pony, whatever you want. Of course, I wasn't going to force him. He didn't want to do any of that stuff. So it's like, okay, that's fine. That's a okay. Not gonna force you, not gonna push you. It's entirely up to you. But Amy had a picture taken with a snake on Friday at the circus. So, uh, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Excuse me. And, I like to take different people if I can, to the circus every year. Generally, it's just me, dad, and Amy, and the 4th person, I used to take my stepdad. I wanted to take someone different this year. Although Reese went last year, but I had to think quick because I didn't, have a 4th person lined up, so it's like, "Well, I can take Reese again, it's not a problem." Um, but I like to take different people from time to time. And I was gonna actually take my cousins, the ones that I was gonna go visit today up north. I was actually gonna take one of them to the circus. Um, but the thing is they live up north, and the show started at 7, and the kids didn't get out of school until about 4:30, and then they would have had to fly down here. And it's like, don't be in a hurry. I'll just find someone else to take, which wasn't a problem. It all worked out great. Um, So after this is done, about I'd say around 8 o'clock, speaking of the circus, about 8 o'clock Eastern time, there will be a video on this channel with highlights from the circus, and I hope you'll watch it and hope you'll enjoy it. So that's 8 o'clock Eastern tonight. There will be a video from the Saginaw Shrine Circus that I recorded with my phone. I couldn't get Snowball, which is the inflatable polar bear costume where he come around. I couldn't get it because my phone storage was full. And I was really super pissed about that because I wanted to get that particular scene in the video because Snowball is funny as hell. I love Snowball. But I had to go through, delete a bunch of shit out of my phone. And then as it turns out with the iPhone, I don't know if it's the same with the Android, but I know with the iPhone, just because you delete it out of your phone, it doesn't mean that it doesn't leave the phone. You still got to go into the app where it shows all the deleted videos and pictures and stuff, and then you got to delete that again. And I had done that uh, the other day. It was the other day. Actually, it was on Saturday, yesterday. It was yesterday, as a matter of fact, I did that. And then I noticed now I've got a whole bunch of free space where I can take pictures, record video, do all that fun stuff. I wish I would have known that prior to going to the circus because I would have gotten all of it, or at least the main parts that I wanted to get. And there was um, at the end of the video, you're going to see something with the clowns that didn't come from me. That was borrowed from a friend of mine who was sitting next to me, and she recorded it and she sent me the video clip in Messenger, and then I just spliced it with my video collection, and then you'll see it towards the end of the video. So, yeah, 8 o'clock tonight. Make sure you watch it. It is a snippet from the Shrine Circus at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw. Tonight is the last night, 5 o'clock. Hope you'll make it. And other news, um, really not much to talk about, I guess. I mean, I've been doing okay as far as health is concerned, which I have to set up an appointment to reapply to see a family doctor because I didn't know that after 3 years of inactivity, not seeing a doctor, they drop you as a patient. I thought once you had a doctor, you always had a doctor. Well, that's not the case, obviously. And so now I have to turn around, set up an appointment, probably get a physical done. And I know what they call it a physical, but I know it's a cancer checkup. Um, and I kind of had this little discussion with some friends of mine on Facebook. They say, well, they do a lot of the stuff, physicals for women. Well, I'm not a fucking woman. So that doesn't apply to me. And secondly, I've had enough cancer checkups to know what a cancer checkup is. And this has happened before several times where family doctors in the past would smuggle in a cancer checkup by calling it a physical. And when I get it done, it's like, well, this is a cancer checkup. Why are you calling it a physical? And they would just kind of, kind of smirk. Well, I don't think it's funny. Call it what the fuck it is. It is a cancer checkup. Anything that requires stethoscopes and needles, getting labs or whatever, CT scans, x-rays, ultrasounds, the whole nine is a cancer checkup. For me, anyway. Now, it might very well be a physical elsewhere. That's probably what they would generally uh, consider a physical. But I've had enough cancer checkups to know what a cancer checkup is. And it's all very familiar. It's not my first rodeo. I don't like CT scans, though, especially in Owasso at Memorial Healthcare. The last time I had a CT scan there, they totally and completely fucked it up. Because I had labs, because anytime I get labs, even when I was a kid, I'd always get labs on this arm right here, right at the bend of this arm right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This arm. I would always get labs there, butterfly needles all the time, East Lansing labs all the time, right here in this arm. Well, I had the same thing done in Chesaning, and my family doctor ordered up a CT scan, and they totally fucking blew it at the hospital. It's like, I just had blood drawn. You mean to tell me you can't find a fucking vein? Well, what happened is when they stuck the IV in, they punctured a blood vein in my arm, and then they continued with the fucking iodine. And I felt sick afterwards. I thought I was gonna pass out or die or do something. I didn't feel well at all. And I told them, I just had blood drawn. How the fuck do you not know where a vein is? And I was really pissed. I told him, I said, I'll never have a CT scan done ever again. So I'm going to have to make that known when I reapply for a family doctor. Tell them I'm not getting CT scans done ever again. Nope. Because I felt like shit after they did it. But we'll find out. We'll see what happens. Maybe they won't order a CT scan. I don't. I can't say if they will or they won't, but I'm not going through with it. If they do, I'll tell them I don't want that. You want to draw blood? Draw blood. I'm used to that. Although there's still a little, I guess you call it PTSD from the needles, getting them so many fucking times.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So there's still a little bit of that going on. Maybe not as prevalent now as in years past, but I still don't like needles. I still kind of cringe at the very thought of a needle going into my skin.
And not knowing if they're going to do it right or wrong.
Yeah, they were horrible at Memorial.
Oh,
Horrible.
I know. I had one in ambulatory. She found a blockage in my hand when she was doing the IV, and she kept trying to push it through that blockage, and it's like, dude, it ain't gonna go through
Yeah.
elsewhere.
And they just keep poking you, keep stabbing you. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, this needle ain't gonna work. Well, we need to go a little smaller. Well,
so then go smaller. Why didn't you think of that in the first place, you jackass? Wow. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I was born at Memorial Healthcare, but I'm not a fan of Memorial.
And this was last time that I went in. They put it in this hand.
Yeah.
And when they did, she had a heck of a time because my veins rolled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I don't know if that was a case what happened to me, why they couldn't find a vein, but it's like, you can see my veins.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Now, see, when they do it here, they don't mess on me.
Yeah.
But when they do here,
mm-hmm.
on the back of the hand, if you notice, the vein is so small.
Yeah.
That they have a hard time getting the needle in.
Yeah. I wish they would do it right, get it right the first time instead of fucking around.
And when the whole ER hears you hollering.
Yeah. I mean, just do it and get it done.
Like a little kid.
Well, it hurts. I mean, the first time is bad enough, but when they repeatedly stab you with it's like, just get it done already. Yeah. The one procedure I've never had done is a needle in the back of the hand. I hear that doesn't feel pretty good either, but I've never had that done. Some people prefer getting it there. Some people prefer like at the bend of the arm. I prefer never getting it. um, but you know, that's life. I mean, sometimes you got to bite the bullet and suck it up and get it done. But it's another thing when they can't get it done the first time and then they sit there and continuously poke you and prod at you. And it's like, can we please just get this done? Why is it so difficult for you to find a vein? I don't get it. Well, you know, but then again, there's a lot of things I don't understand, I guess. Um, you know, like
See, that ain't even my type of physical. I mean, yeah, they draw the blood,
yeah,
but I just go into the office and they come out, how you doing? Fine.
and that's what I was just gonna get at too. It's like there's a lot of things I don't understand, especially when they call a cancer checkup a physical. Just call it a fucking checkup. Don't beat around the bush with me. Call it what it is. And I've had to get after a couple of doctors for doing that. It's like, just call it what it is, dude. You know, I've had I have an extensive history with cancer checkups. I've been down this road before. I'm very familiar. If I got to take an X-ray, before you even tell me to take my shirt off, my shirt's already off. Before you tell me to relax my arm for labs, I've already got my arm relaxed. I mean, before you tell me to lift my shirt for an ultrasound so you can put the towel down the front of my pants, my shirt's already fucking lifted. I know what to do. I'm not stupid. I've had it done enough times. Um, it's like, wow, this isn't the first time. Like, what are you doing? You know? Um, just call it what it is, man. That's all I'm saying. Just call it what it is. And you know, I don't pay much attention to any of the advocacy stuff on Facebook anymore. I stay away from all that stuff. But as far as I know, it's the same stupid ass wannabe attention whore kinds of people who are doing the same shit as before, as far as I know or as far as I'm aware. Um, and they get nothing from me because I'm not about the attention. I don't know how many times I have to clarify that when I talk to people and I reach out to people, I'm doing it on an individual level. I want to talk to you. I want you to know that I understand your situation and I'm not trying to look good and I'm not trying to make a name for myself. And I don't expect people to proverbially give me a blowjob and tell me how great I am and how wonderful I am. I mean, that's a sign of insecurity and a level of insecurity that I just can't even begin to comprehend why they need all the attention. Um, I don't know. On my Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll know that I put certain things out there just enough to get people to understand who I am, what I've been through, and I can relate. If you have a kid who's going through something similar, I can relate to that. And that's basically all it's about. With everybody else, as far as I'm concerned, they're just doing the hokey pokey for attention. And look at me, I can run marathons. Look at me, I can get some kids on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Well, Lottie fucking not for you. What does that have to do with a cure? Nothing. But you know, I see that. You know, and I pointed this out too, not too long ago about, you know, like these anti-bullying groups and all this shit, you know. I even had a discussion with a good friend of mine in Chesaning about this. Um, why I don't support anti-bullying groups. First of all, they're ineffective. They do nothing to change the situation at hand. And as someone who's been bullied, like I have, I've been bullied my whole
I
life.
was bullied.
Yeah. What the fuck is an anti-bullying campaign going to do to change what's already been done?
I was so rebellious that I decided I was just gonna be a loner.
And I think that's why I'm a loner now. I'm a popular loner. Like everybody knows who I am. I got a lot of friends, but
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I'm coming back to myself.
yeah.
But there's a difference between initiatives versus groups that actually help people thrive. Like for example, anti-cancer, childhood cancer, where nobody gives a fuck. It's not going to cure cancer just because you can post a ribbon on Facebook. anti-bullying campaigns are about worthless because to me, an anti-bullying campaign, you know what that is? That's more or less telling victims, first of all, it's victim, you're encouraging, victimhood, victim mentality. But that's telling people that I have a cure for this that only I can give you. If you join my club, if you join my little tribe here, I can fix you. I can help you with this problem. Well, guess what?
You have to work it out yourself before anyone else can.
That and but here's what's wonderful about and something that no anti-bullying campaign or leader will ever tell you, and that is you get to decide how you react to other people behaving the way they are towards you. You get to react and you get to decide how you react to that. They don't ever tell you that because they want you to go to them. They want you to flock to the leader. Come to me, I will save you. Like their Superman. Come to me, I'll protect you. Come to me, I'll save you. Come to me, I'll give you an answer. No, the answer is if someone's treating you like shit, the power's in your hands. You get to decide how you react to that. You don't need a fucking group for that. You just say, you know what? Someone's being an asshole towards me. I think I'll just walk away. Deter the situation as much as possible. And if they continue, well, then I'll just have to take action as necessary. But I don't need a group telling me, oh, you will never know the answer unless you come to me. That's bullshit. The answer is right here in your heart. If you know something is wrong, if someone's treating you like crap, walk the fuck away. You get to choose how you react and respond.
And how you get treated.
Yeah. You get to decide how you react. If people want to be assholes, that's a reflection of them. That's not a reflection of you. And I have yet to see an anti-bullying campaign point this out. They don't tell you that because they want you to come back to them and shower them and give them attention and give them the proverbial blowjob. Well, I don't. I had to learn how to do a lot of things on my own. I went to oh, 1 second, guys. Someone was asking me if I'm going live today. I'm live right now. So, but I've had to learn how to do a lot of things on my own. I never really had, people suggested counseling, and I actually used to talk to a counselor when I was younger, but I decided that I know how to deal with things on my own. I'm an adult. I fight with this weapon up here in my head called my brain, not with fists. I can use words. I can use my brain. I don't need someone to tell me what I need to do. I don't need advice. Um, I don't know. I'm just apart from all that shit. I don't need the glee or the glory or the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The superficiality. That's the word I'm looking for because it's all superficial. Just a second, guys. Someone's dinging me in. I gotta message them back. Okay. But I don't need anti-bullying campaigns. I don't need childhood cancer awareness initiatives. They do nothing except make the person in charge of the initiative look good. That's it. That's the way it's always been. It's the way it'll always be. Get used to it. Don't support these egocentric assholes who just want to make a name for themselves and they don't care who they trample over. Now, in terms of, okay, Jared, but what about the groups where people benefit? Okay, we've got AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. We have Gamblers Anonymous.
And if you sometimes are addicted
Yeah.
addicted to opiates,
Yeah.
they will send you through.
Yeah. There's group.
AA.
Those are the groups I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Like
they'll send you through AA. They'll send
yeah.
you through DOT.
Yeah.
It's
Those
not
groups.
alcohol, but it's also dealing with drugs.
Well, right. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Those groups where you can benefit from those groups. I support those groups because these are people who are battling addiction, and the addiction is taking over their lives. And so those groups I will, and Amy's shaking her head in agreement. I will support those groups all day, every day, because you can benefit from those groups.
I have.
And if it helps you, congratulations. I wish nothing but the best. And Amy says that those groups helped her. Great. Excellent.
It was even going into rehab in Saginaw too.
Yeah.
I went through all three, and now I don't drink.
Yeah.
Now I only take pills that are prescribed and not
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
And
helped.
and those are the groups I'm talking about. I mean, the groups where people benefit. Now, I'll support those all day long, and I actually had to specify that with my friend in Chesaning, because she has group meetings, where people, and it's all free. People come in, if they're dealing with drug abuse, substance abuse, things like that. They'll come in, they'll gather around, it's called a share.
Yeah.
Like they'll share their story, they'll give their name, and sometimes, and I'm not going to give away any details or specifics, but a lot of people in there, and I've witnessed this myself, a lot of people in there get emotional sharing their stories because it hits home, and that's why they're there.
It's like if you're in the stress unit, and you got a client and another patient in there that's talking during group.
Yeah.
They're crying their eyes out, and it's not a cry for pity.
No.
It's a cry, hey, I need some help here.
Right.
I need someone to talk to.
I need someone who's actually going to listen to me. I need to open my heart.
And maybe even suggest ways that they may be able to direct themselves away from what their, depression is causing them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what those groups are for, just like with counseling.
They can't. I've been in the stress unit, and I've literally helped other patients myself. Yeah. And now I've gotten so good at keeping myself under control.
Yeah.
To where I don't need them places anymore.
Right.
Leave them there for someone who desperately does need them.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I still have the thoughts go through my head,
but you're doing better. You've learned how to, like I said,
not react.
You get to decide. You get to choose. And I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Do I want to change my life, or do I want to keep it the same and possibly kill myself?
Now when we're talking about even with bullying, anti-bullying, you get to choose. You get to decide how you react.
Yeah.
They don't tell you that because they want you to keep coming back to them and worshiping them and doing all this idol worshiping bullshit that I am not engaged in. And people like that are disgusting as far as I'm concerned. And the same with childhood cancer. Okay. We're all aware. I think the whole fucking world is aware now. Can we stop pretending as though the world doesn't know about childhood cancer? I think everybody fucking knows now.
Well, that's even like bullying. I think everybody knows about bullying now.
Yeah, bullying awareness. Well, what is there to be aware about?
You mean, you got cyberbullying.
Yeah.
In-person.
Yeah, bullying. Yeah.
And the kids are going to get exposed to bullying.
You're going to be exposed to a lot of things in life that
I feel once they get to a certain age to understand the bullying, you need to sit down and explain to your child that, hey, bullying is not right. Bullying is wrong. You don't bully anybody.
Right.
If they bully you, you go to someone and tell them, a grown up, You can teach your child when they're young and they
Yeah, because it's a taught behavior.
Because every child is different.
And bullying is a taught behavior.
Yep.
They learn from watching their parents. They learn from watching other children who weren't raised properly.
Which we know of one child.
I know quite a few.
I know one especially that was really abusive.
Yeah.
We know why.
But I know plenty of people whose children are brats.
Uh-huh.
But it's a taught behavior. Now, with childhood cancer advocacy, that's different because that's something that just organically, naturally happens. You're not forced into it. No one's telling you to raise awareness or to get involved. Well, they ask people to get involved, but you don't have to.
I don't have to get involved in your Sunday videos, but
yeah, that's another thing. But in terms of childhood cancer advocacy, I gave that up about 4 years ago, and my life actually improved when I got out from underneath all that bullshit because people wanted me to be a specific way. They wanted me to be like them. They wanted me to join their club. They wanted me to be a part of their gang and their, like Tom Mitchell, his stupid two feather society. Go fuck yourself. I am a childhood cancer survivor through and through. I'm not here to make your asses happy and satisfied with, oh, he's worshiping me. Fuck off. No. I'm here to tell my story and to give other people hope. That's about it. I'm not here to rub your feet and give proverbial blowjobs and all this bullshit. I'm here to share my story. And I don't want to make it sound like I'm picking on Tom in particular, but we have a storied history, but I don't go for that shit anymore. And you know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I've even said this. I've even written this in the post or in a post or several posts. I don't engage in groupthink. I don't do the tribal shit. I'm not a member of this, you know, this club or this camp or that or whatever. I am flying solo and it feels great because I can share bits and pieces of my story with you to show you that what I've been through is similar to the things that your children are going through. And that's all I care about. I want them to know that someone understands, even if I am a grown up, it doesn't matter. It does not matter because when I had cancer, I was a kid, so I can relate to them on that level. It doesn't mean I'm a child. It just means that I had it when I was a child, when I was their age, or maybe a lot younger than them. I don't need to join a fucking club, and that's all childhood cancer advocacy is now. It's join this camp or join that camp or be a part of this clique or be a part of that clique. You can take your cliques and your initiatives and your clubs and your two feather societies and shove them right up your motherfucking ass. All of you. That's better. Yeah. So anyway, I kind of got off track there, but that's how we differentiate between groups and clubs that people just want to hear themselves talk. They want to grandstand and they want to, you know, lionize themselves like there's something big, and you know, they try to distort reality as much as possible so they'll look even bigger than what they actually are. I'm familiar with all that. And then there's the groups that actually have benefits to them, as Amy and I had just discussed. Alcohol and drugs and even gambling. I know there's people out there who think, well, gambling is not an addiction. Yeah, actually it is. You can be addicted to anything that's harmful, like caffeine, for example. I like Pepsi. I drink a lot of it. That's why I put weight on. It's not healthy, but nonetheless, it's an addiction. I drink coffee. I drink Pepsi. It is a caffeine addiction. Anything that it triggers the dopamine. I keep burping. Sorry about that. Anything that triggers a dopamine effect in your brain. It becomes addicting. Whether it be drugs or caffeine, which I think they said that caffeine is kind of a drug.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Just like I didn't realize you could be addicted to cigarettes, but I guess you're addicted to cigarettes.
Oh, yeah. You can be addicted to nicotine, drugs, booze, gambling, because it's something to do with dopamine. I couldn't think of the word. It's the dopamine in your brain. It sets off like a dopamine effect where you just want it all the time. It's like on social media when you get all the hearts and the likes, the thumbs and all that shit. That kicks off a dopamine trigger, and I speak from that experience. I like people liking my posts and putting hearts on my posts and all that stuff, but then you're stuck in this perpetual loop. What's the next thing I got to do to keep this thing going? And then there are days when I could just write out a post, no one will react to it, no one will comment on it, and I don't give a shit. Those are my thoughts, take them or leave them. And if they leave them, they just really and truly leave them. But I'm not trying to be a part of anything that requires me to sacrifice bits and pieces of my personality and my humanity to make the group benefit or to make the group happy. That's not what I'm doing, and that's not what I'm about. I gave that up a long time ago because I want people to see me and notice me for me, not a part of this group. Well, I know you as a child of cancer survivor. That's great, but I'm not a part of that little club over there. I'm a member of the demographic as a whole. Yes, I am a statistic of that of the childhood cancer survivors, now adults, but clubs and initiatives and cliques and all that bullshit, two feather societies, fuck no. You leave me out of that. I want nothing to do with it. But there are still people who just cannot resist the dick. Proverbially speaking, figuratively speaking, they can't resist the dick. They love to put people on pedestals. Well, hello, Dad. Right in the middle of the Sunday video update. I told you he might wake up in the show. He may or may not wake up. No one's in the chat. That's okay. Maybe next week. What, Dad? I didn't make any coffee. I guess I'm the designated coffee maker around here. 3 people live here. They all depend on me to do it. Damn you, Jared.
You make the best coffee. Can't help it.
Yeah. I showed you how to do it. How I make it. It's not hard.
Not get it right.
It's not hard. 2 big scoops and then 1 little scoop.
Mine's too goddamn strong.
You didn't say goddamn.
You know, if you want it strong, you put 2.5.
Yeah, we were going to go up north, and yeah, the roads are probably horrible. Allergies, sinuses. Sorry, guys. One of my cousins on Facebook said that the roads were clear, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they are because it snowed again. Can you you going to the bathroom? Could you do me a favor and bring out some toilet paper so I can blow my nose? Ugh. Seasonal allergies are kicking my ass. Starting to. I made some chili last week, a big pan of chili, and tonight for supper, I want to make shake and bake chicken. I want to prepare shake and bake chicken with mashed potatoes and fettuccine alfredo. Thank you, sir. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, well, to the one person watching, which I think is me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not watching.
Oh, God.
I was, and then I quit.
Well, yeah, I mean, what would be the point?
Yeah, because I'm your mod.
Well,
But your mod doesn't always have to be there.
right. I have a secondary channel, which is what you see in the chat log for those of you who are watching this now, which no one is but me. Oh, oh man. Sorry, guys, but I created just an extra channel, preferably to be a mod, and it's just Jared Fuller with the bird on it. Yeah. So I can access that right now, right as we're live. So I'm gonna go back in here. Let's see.
It might be better with you being your own mod.
Let's see here.
I don't watch all the time.
Come on. Load. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I can see myself. Okay, I'm going to comment something here really quick. Here we go. Hello, peeps. Yeah. So I'm going to exit out of my other account here and come back to you. So we got about 10 minutes left in the show already. Wow.
Dad missed the majority of it.
Yeah, Dad missed majority of it. I just let him sleep. It's Sunday. There's really nothing else to do. But after I get done here, I'm gonna get started on supper. Oh, these fucking allergies of mine. Ugh. Ugh. I hate that. I can feel them like right in the back of the throat, or like where the sinuses are in the nose, and then they act like they want to drain down, but they won't, and like they choke you. Ugh. Okay, I think we're good now. This week, I don't know what our plans are for this week. I guess whatever happens because there's no circus this week. So this will be the first Friday in 2 weeks that, hey, no circus, which is fine. I'm sure we'll find other things to do or just hang around home. Doctor's appointments, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to set up an appointment sometime this week to re-register with the doctors up there and get my family doctor back and listen to them lecture me about, oh, you haven't been here in 3 years and you got to keep coming back and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah, because I only have my yearly it's a yearly physical once a year. And as long as I go in for that physical,
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, and they never like I don't get phone calls.
No.
Or nothing, which is weird. They don't say, well, hey, it's time for you to come in for your physical and come see me. They never did in 3 years, I guess, apparently.
Usually lately he's just been drawing my blood, and as long as there ain't nothing wrong, then I don't need to come in.
Right. It's I don't know, it's a tangled web we weave. I don't know. Let's see what's tomorrow. Monday? Billy's tomorrow night, Monday flashback. that'll be up to Dad. I don't know if Dad wants to go or not. He didn't go last week. But if he wants to go this week, I mean, that's up to him, because I've only got a few bucks to my name at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Damn. I don't know why I went to Lansing yesterday. I guess I just decided to go. I haven't been there in a while, and it was the first actual joyride of the new year, because I haven't been to Lansing in a while. And yesterday was the first time in 2023 that I was in Lansing. I'm sure I'll be back for whatever reason. I highly doubt it's going to be for anything medical. I highly doubt that, because my family doctor's in Chesaning.
Though, I've always wondered about that. If you had a medical issue,
Yeah.
where you needed to be seen at
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to shove that medical reason away?
No. No, they told me
you can't be on the property.
They told me specifically. Damn it! Fucking sinuses. They told me specifically that is the only way I'll ever be allowed back on the property, is if I have a medical reason.
Oh, okay.
But by that time, I'll tell them, you know what, just send me to Ann Arbor before I go to Sparrow.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Ann Arbor instead of Sparrow. They've gotten horrible at Sparrow.
Well, look at how good Ann Arbor did with me.
Yeah, and they're a lot friendlier in Ann Arbor than in Lansing. I don't know. They've really lost their touch over the years. Sparrow has. Oh.
They didn't bother checking it.
Oh, damn it.
Kept an eye on the pacemaker. So altogether, the pacemaker wasn't even working.
Yeah. Sorry to gross you out, guys. Not trying to, but these damn allergies are.
My sinuses are clogging.
But as I was saying, Sparrow has really lost her touch over the years. I don't know what the hell's gotten into them. They want to act all nicey to certain people and treat everybody else like shit. It was never like that when I went there. When I was being treated for cancer, never. But now they've just gotten too good for their own pants. So then they treat people like shit. They have the audacity, especially people like me. I've had a very long history with Sparrow Hospital. That doesn't mean anything to them. It means nothing to them at all. They only care about making money. They care about patients enough to make money off them. And if you're not a patient, they treat you like absolute dog shit. I wish it wasn't like that with Sparrow, because I used to have a tremendous amount of respect for Sparrow. They saved the people there, saved my life, not the hospital. The people saved my life. And I can't say that about them anymore. I can't say that their expertise is top notch like it was 30 plus years ago, because they treat people horribly. Even if you are a patient, I think they treat people horribly. They got new blood in there. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, they got a lot of these teeny boppers coming in.
So much to the point where now they have merged with U of M Hospital in Ann Arbor. But they are keeping the name Sparrow, just for clarity. They're not changing the name. They're just merging with University of Michigan. Although Sparrow is a teaching hospital, Oh my God. Sparrow is a teaching hospital. They're not a university hospital. They're just a teaching hospital. But evidently they're not teaching the staff how to treat people. So I have lost a tremendous amount of respect for Sparrow. I have. Oh my God. And we are down to the last 5 minutes of the show, and Dad's just now coming out of the bathroom, just now waking up. And I'm over here blowing my nose profusely. Start from the beginning and just it's just one of my friends telling me that they're gonna have to start from the beginning because the show is pretty much at the end. Dad, I didn't want to put words in your mouth, but at the beginning of the show I said, well, if Dad was awake, he'd probably tell me that his week was good. Was it good? I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. If it was anything short of good, specify. We can go a few minutes longer, but it's just one of my friends telling me that they weren't here for the beginning of the show. And by the way, it's this friend who is dinging me in is a mom of a cancer survivor. And she may agree with a lot of the things I've said in this week's Sunday video about tribalism and childhood cancer advocacy and awareness and all that shit. And we'll probably have that discussion later on. But we're down to the last 4 minutes of the show. So although I'm sitting here blowing my brains through my nostrils, I want to thank all of you for stopping by and indulging me for the last hour. I almost didn't go live today because, like I said, we were actually planning on going up north to my cousin's house. But because of the snow, we decided to hang back, and then I had to hurry up and get all this put together. But I know you're still half awake, half asleep. But is there anything you wanted to say before we go? No? Have a good day. Dad was sojourning his dreams. He was visiting Neverland, huh? Yeah, you
got up at 8 and took my meds, and you were up.
Yeah, you were up early. I was still sleeping. Amy, any final words?
Peace out, be safe, enjoy whatever you do this week.
But we did enjoy the Shrine Circus. I enjoyed it twice.
The thing that made me happy is I got my picture finally with my snake after all these years.
Yeah, Amy, I guess Amy always wanted a picture with a snake, and she finally got one on Friday. Woohoo! That's the point, though. You're supposed to have fun when you go to things like that. I wouldn't want you to be bored, you know.
I look forward to that snake being there this time.
I don't care what they do at the circus. It's always fun. I'm always happy to support Shriners Hospitals for Children. And they actually did have a patient there in Saginaw from the Shriners Hospital. I don't think that she was at the Flint show. I don't remember seeing her there. But yeah.
They did it too.
Yep. Hip dysplasia. That's what it was. She had hip dysplasia. And she was a patient at Shriners Hospital in Chicago, and she was in Saginaw this past Friday, and that was great. That was great. Anyway, we're down to the final minute. Oh, my sinuses. If I'm not sick next week, I will be back. Unless I have other plans, and then I'll cancel. But I hope you all have a great week. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jer Bear. Anything else? I don't know what our plans are for this week, unless you wanted to go to Billy's tomorrow night. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing this week. Yeah, we might be going to Owen's tomorrow. Oh, I gotta go take care of these allergies because this is stupid. It didn't start acting up until like the second half of the video. Or actually, it was the majority of the video.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is 4 o'clock. I'm out of here. You guys have an awesome day and an awesome rest of your week. Don't forget to catch the video tonight on this channel at 8 o'clock. It is a video I put together of the Shrine Circus at the Dow Event Center in Saginaw. So much love. Peace out, guys. We'll be here next week, maybe, depending on what's happening and how I'm feeling. So I'm out, guys. Have a good week. Take care.